Yeah. What's up? It's the Buck Coast Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today USA Boxing, man. It is what it is, man. We going into the new year, man. We hitting the ground running. We not even playing with it, man. We gonna hit the ground running. Want to make sure that everything is good. Look like the sounds is good. We share, we going live for Christmas Eve too. Live for Christmas Eve. You know what I mean? I'll probably get up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, guys, my days start at 4 o'clock. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, get ready. I be up early, man. Get ready. I get my workout in the morning, do my cardio, hit the punching bag, stuff like that. I do that for like an hour. Then I'll do my jog. I've been running a mile, trying to move it back up to 2 miles. I used to run 3 miles a day, so I'm trying to build back up to that, but I've been running a mile a day. Then I'm gonna build it back up to 2 miles, then 3 miles. My legs starting to feel pretty good. So I do that, man, and then I go back later on in the day and do another workout. You know what I mean? So I'm back at it. I'm coming into the new year revigorated, energized. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it do what it do. We ain't even playing with it. And we're gonna have Rick Glazer come on later on today. But I have Rick Glazer come on later on into the show. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Shout out to Al Money, man. Al Money say, peace, coach. He say, peace, coach. Happy holidays to everybody. Yes, sir, man. Peace and happy holidays to everybody, man. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, whatever you believe in, whatever religion it is, or whatever the case may be. I know when I was in the Nation of Islam, I didn't celebrate no holidays. You know what I mean? I didn't celebrate no holidays in the Nation of Islam. Christmas tree, brother. That's the tree of the pagans, brother. That's a pagan tree, brother. Do you know what we you know what I mean? When I was in the Nation, boy, we could have no fun in the Nation, just no fun. Everything serious. Hey, shout out to Rick. Rick, what's going on, fam? Everything serious. We could have no fun, no Christmas presents. Hey, that was the one good thing about being a Muslim in the Nation of Islam, boy. We didn't spend no money on no holidays. True. Yeah, we ain't spending no money on no holiday. We could have no fun. We couldn't celebrate no white man holiday. We ain't celebrating New Year's. We ain't celebrating Christmas Eve. We ain't celebrating Christmas. We ain't celebrating Valentine's Day. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Being in the Nation, but we could have had no fun. Everything was just always serious. That we don't celebrate the white man holidays, brother. Brother, we don't do none of that, brother. You get what I'm saying? Bro, I tell you, boy. I missed out on so much. Bro. Hey, and everything, shout out to Old Dirty Boxing, and everything turned into a damn debate. Everything turned into a debate when I was in the Nation, boy. Everything turned into a debate when I was in the Nation, bro. We debated about everything, bro. Like you just couldn't have a civil conversation with an NOI. If you met somebody in the NOI back then, you couldn't have just a civil conversation with them. And you just ask them a question. Yeah, man, it's a nice day. Now, just little stuff. He said, "Coach, should Michael Rivera move up?" Yeah. If he can, if he want to. Yeah, I mean, just little stuff though. Little stuff like, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Don't you know? We don't say how you doing. That's that European talk. That's the white man talk, brother. We say salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. That's what we say. We say peace, fam. Peace, brother. What's going on? No, this is a nice day today. A nice day today. What do you mean it's a nice day today? Was it a nice day when they brought us over here? When they brought us over here to the hills and to the hills and cave sides, when they brought us over here to the hills of North America? We took that journey 90 days on the slave ship. Was it a nice day then? What do you mean it was a nice day? I'm like, damn, dog, I just, I ain't mean nothing about it. I just said nice day. See, that's the problem. Bro, like everything turned into an argument. True. Well, the Nation, boy, we want to debate about everything. Bro, hey, shout out to Jump Lucietta, man. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that, man. We want to debate about anything. Anyway, let's get into the show. Some McConnell's gonna be here today. They're gonna be today. They're gonna be here today. Oh no. Errol Spence. As a matter of fact, hold on. I think I'm reading wrong. Bozy Ennis. I just saw an interview from Bozy Ennis, right? Bozy Ennis says Errol Spence must fight Jaron Boots Ennis or vacate the IBF belt in 120 days.
True.
Bozy must be he gonna be on the hit list. Cause you know that you know them Errol Spence and the Alphabet Boys, they gonna turn around and you know what I mean and turn on him now. Anything that they feel that's a threat to their Lord and Savior, you know what I mean? You know that's what they gonna say, right? But I went a step further. I pulled up the four sanctioning bodies. Because I've been hearing a lot of chatter on the chitlin circuit, and it came from a certain content creator. You know what I mean, Fagnon? Fagnon and Boxing Chico. It came from those guys that hey man, Boots Ennis is Terence Crawford's mandatory. I've been hearing that a lot, right? And I don't refute it a million times because it's right on the website. All you gotta do go to the WBO website and you go to the IBF and you'll get to see exactly what's really going on. Because Boots took the IBF route. And Vergil said, forget the WBO. He been number one forever. And he said, forget that. He going the WBA route. So it's right there on the website. But today I want to clear all doubt. Today. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clear all doubt today, right? Because we True Media today, True Media Today USA boxing, you know what I mean? And we believe in the truth over here. We spit the truth over here. Okay? Now. In a recent interview with YSM Sports Media, shout out to YSM Sports Media, Bozy Ennis, who is the father of Jaron Boots Ennis, and Jaron Boots Ennis is a fighter that everyone says he is the next guy in line. He's gonna be the one to take over the sport of boxing, right? That guy. So now, Bozy Ennis, the father of Boots Ennis, says Errol Spence has 120 days to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, or he must vacate the IBF belt.
True.
I didn't say it. Terence Crawford didn't say it. Steve Kim didn't say it. Mauricio Suleiman didn't say it. Al Heyman didn't say it. Guess who said it? Bozy Ennis.
True.
I have the receipts. Now, this is very interesting to me. You want to know why? Because some fans of Errol Spence and the Alphabet Boy community have been consistently pushing the lie that Jaron Ennis is the WBO mandatory for Terence Crawford, and Crawford must fight him next or vacate his belt.
True.
And I kind of wish he was. If he was, I would love to see that fight. You know me, I don't believe in protecting fighters. If these fighters are King Kong, I want to see him in the ring fighting Godzilla. So there's nothing more that I would not want for any of these guys, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, to give Vergil Ortiz, Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis a shot. Because fact of the matter is, these guys are ready to fight for a title. And it's two guys that got the belts. One guy got three, big, man down, cat, it's that easy. That guy got three, and the other guy from Omaha, Nebraska had one belt. Right? Shout out to both of those guys, though, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. But that's what I've been hearing, right? But according to the WBO website, this is not true. And according to the IBF website, Jaron Boots Ennis is actually number one, and he is the Mendo to fight Errol Spence. After he fight this guy, but he's the Mendo to fight Errol Spence right now. Bozy Ennis made it clear. Errol Spence has 120 days to fight Boots, or he must vacate the belt.
True.
Spence said at the Frank Martin fight that he won't be back until May or June. Now, I fully expect him to fight his WBC mandatory, Keith Thurman. The guy he said he'll never fight, right? But we know Al gonna make sure he do that. The winner of Vergil Ortiz and Stantionis will become the immediate WBA mandatory to Errol Spence's WBA strap. Since Spence won't be fighting Terence Crawford, he's free to fight all of his mandatories and Boots Ennis, Vergil Ortiz, and Keith Thurman.
True.
He's free now. He's free. He ain't got to worry about Crawford. That ain't. I don't want that fight. It is what it is. So now he got some young guns he can deal with. Go ahead and knock them off right there, right? Spence hasn't been mandated to fight for an IBF mandatory title since Carlos Ocampos. How long ago that was? That was 4 years ago. True. So when people tell me, yeah, man, you know, man, these sanctioned bodies, man, they be letting certain fighters, the white fighters, do what they want to do, and the black fighters can't do what they want to do. That's not true, sir. I mean, the sanctioned bodies, I don't think they're race specific. I think that you know, it has a lot to do with the politics of the sport of boxing, the money that they get paid. And perfect example, IBF, Spence hasn't fought a mandatory in 4 years in the IBF. These are the facts, people. These are the facts. These are the facts, right? Now, do you guys think that it's fair for the IBF to strip Errol Spence if he doesn't fight his mandatory in Boots Ennis in 120 days? Or do you guys think that after 4 years, the IBF is doing the right thing? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anyways, before we get into the show, this is a PSA warning to the meter maid, Officer Drew Titan, old ticket writing ass nigga. This is the PSA. This is the PSA to you. What the little ugly gremlin dude name? Trail Wheel and what boyfriend? I like to call him boyfriend. What the dude name? Boy, you know, boyfriends, tonguing boys. That guy right there, boyfriend. BFTV, this is for you guys.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hell, man, you know, I'm in the holiday spirit right now. Let's go ahead and remix the Jackson 5. I'll be there. Yeah, man. I'll be there. Call me Wakanda, and I'll be there. And we got the officer writing niggas tickets at the parking meter. Meter maid, Drew Titan, old ticket writing ass nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing. No, sir. Just call my name, and I'll be there. Oh, pen and pad, writing niggas a ticket. Oh, that's old white nigga, Coach Malachi right there. Oh, I see everybody in the chat. Y'all take a screenshot of the show. Take a screenshot of the chat because it might be, some of y'all might be moderators over there. Some of y'all might be moderators over there. Y'all gonna be kicked out. Y'all gonna be kicked out now. Y'all gonna be kicked out. Some of y'all might be moderators over there now. But let's get into the show. Hey, Damien, what did you say, fam? You say, Coach, did you see Fred's show last night? It was pretty damn good. No, I didn't see it, fam. I didn't see it. But let's get into the show. Now, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about singing some Christmas carols too. Yeah, y'all want to hear a couple of Christmas carols before we get into the show? You know, I wrote some stuff down. Right? I wrote some stuff down just to get into the show. On the first day of Christmas, what congregate to me? 1 trill will 2 BFTBs. And a Drew Titan writing tickets. On the second day of Christmas, more congregate to me. 2 threatening emails, 4 ugly Titans, and a chat full of gun emojis. Hey, man, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody, man. True. Damn, man, it is what the old boy feeling good, dog. Oh, I'm in the Christmas spirit. Oh, you know, ho, ho, ho. They said they nigga talk about ho, ho, ho. And what does this have to do with boxing? Nothing. And I say that respectfully. Shout out to my dog, Two-Tone, the superstar. True. Hey, you know what? We don't care about what commandments for Wakandas. We don't care about what Christmas carols for Wakandas. Hey, let's hear that one more time. On the first day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 1 trill will 2 BFTBs and a Drew Titan writing tickets. The meter maid. On the second day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 2 threatening emails, 4 ugly Titans, and a chat full of gun emojis. True. But they what? The gun emojis. They gonna pull up. They say they gonna pull up. That's what they say. They say they gonna pull up. That's what they say now. That's what they say. Oh boy, Lord have mercy. That's what they say, boy. That's what they say. But anyway, let's get into the show. Now, Like I said before, let's go ahead and do this here, man. Here go Bozy Ennis right here. Bozy, big Boz. What the? Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of this shit. Hold on, guys. Hold on. What the hell? What in the heezy is going on in this feezy? All right, okay. We got the heezy and the feezy. Okay, where that started? That started at what? Oh, at the 250 mark. At the 250 mark. That's all I'm saying. You know, you ain't gotta, I don't want nobody thinking I'm capping. I'm just making stuff up. Oh, he making stuff up. He lying, man. He lying. Hey, man, Warren, what did you say? You say do a poll? Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll, fam. I do a poll. He lying, man. He never, yeah. Hey, PBC Center, drop the Addy. Drop the Addy. Drop the Addy right now. I bet you won't drop the Addy. I bet you won't drop the Addy. I bet you won't drop the Addy. You ain't gonna drop the Addy. Drop the Addy. I promise you, boy. I promise you. I promise you, boy. I promise I'm gonna be over there right ASAP. Drop the Addy right now. I promise you, boy. I promise you I'll be there. Boy, I swear to God I'll be there, boy. And I'm coming with the Magnum. Boy, I'm coming with the Magnum, boy. I promise you I'm gonna be there. Oh, you gonna be there? Oh, when you coming? Just drop the Addy. I promise you I'll be there first thing Monday morning. You be there first thing Monday? Yeah, how you getting here? Listen, I'm riding the 1972 Doodoo Brown Deuce in the quarter. 1972 Doodoo Brown Deuce in the quarter. Yeah. You gonna have somebody with you? Yeah, I'm gonna have 4 more homeboys with me. You gonna have 4 of your homeboys? Yeah. What they look like? Well, I got Man with me. Man about 6'2", 235. So I automatically know you can't do that with Man. And then I got my homeboy Ray with me. Ray. I got Ray about 5'10", 200. 5'10", 200. Yeah, okay, Ray, 5'10", 200. Okay, and who else you got? Yeah. Then I'm gonna have Officer Drew Titan. I'm gonna break him because we gonna put some tickets on your car. We gonna write you a ticket. Officer Drew Titan. Yeah. Okay, what you look like? Me. I'm about 5'10". I'm about 5'10", 185. I'm ripped. I'm thick. I'm chunky. You don't want none of this here. Okay, when y'all coming? Monday. Okay, 5'10", 6. Okay, 5'10", 6'3". Dude, 5'10", you 5'10". Okay. All right. Okay, y'all coming Monday, right? What color the car is again? It's a Doodoo Brown 1972 Deuce in the quarter. What the other car y'all coming in? Oh, my baby mama car? Yeah, my baby mama car. We got a 1981 Toyota Corolla. All 4 of us gonna pack in a 1981 Toyota Corolla, and we gonna push it down there right now. Soon as you drop the Addy, and we gonna get you. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for giving me the description. True. I got shooters, homie. Here you go right here, man. Let's get it. Let's do this. Hold on, man. Here you go right here, man. Let's see what Bozy Ennis got to say. And I want y'all to see it because I don't want nobody thinking, oh man, the coach throwing his voice. That man ain't say that. That ain't him. So I want to physically show it to you. Shout out to Two-Tone, the superstar, man. I like Two-Tone, man. Two-Tone funny the motherfucker. And I say that respectfully. Yeah, man. So anyways, here we go right here. Now, this is the interview. You see the title up here? YSM Sports Media, right? Just wanted to show y'all that because I don't want nobody thinking I'm playing possum. Let's go.
So that's just like cutting it in half. Just like when I talked to Dallas Peoples, he's saying the same. He didn't want to split it up like that, but he had to because they already made their minds up about the WBC. A matter of fact, at the WBC convention, that Spence was supposed to be fighting Keith Thurman. So they already put that in before we even, said anything to him about it. But we shouldn't have to say nothing to him about it because we was number 1. And he should have, followed through with that. But I guess they beat him to the punch.
All right, so like you said, Boots is number 1.
Yeah.
This is for the IBF interim.
Yeah.
You petitioned to fight Spence. They ordered you to fight Jaron for the mandatory.
Right.
Now, will the fight be ordered like after this?
Oh, yeah. After this, Spence, whoever you fight, he got 120 days to fight Boots or get a title up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
and the dude like, oh shit. and listen to the dude. He like, oh shit, like he get in the ring for the fight Boots.
And he should have, followed through with that. But I guess they beat him to the punch.
All right, so like you said, Boots is number 1.
Yeah.
This is for the IBF interim.
Yeah.
You petitioned to fight Spence. They ordered you to fight Jaron for the mandatory.
Right.
Now, will the fight be ordered?
Now, you heard what he said? He said they petitioned to fight Spence. Why didn't they petition to fight Crawford? If he was the mandatory, as though these guys are saying online. I got an answer for that. I'm going to show y'all. I got an answer for that. Trust me, I do. I'm just asking a question. Crawford is chinny. Small dude from 135. Easy win, right? Why they ain't petition that? According to what you guys are saying online, he was the mandatory, right? That's what y'all said. That what y'all said. Shout out to Zepper. Hey, okay. Dropping out half a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, he got 120 days after his next fight. There's no telling when that next fight gonna happen. That's a crazy. There's no telling when that. He said he ain't coming back to June. Interesting. That's the politics of boxing, and that's crazy because he hasn't fought an IBF mandatory in 4 years. That's crazy. Shout out to Zelda. He said Wakanda's fall for anything. If they knew better, they would know that Wakanda is a Native American god. Has nothing to do with Africa. Hey man, shout out. Hey, all right with that AK. Hey man, you know what, man? Shots fired. Oh man, god dang, man. Why you had to break it down like that, there, man?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Y'all listen to what the interviewer is saying.
Like after this?
Oh yeah. After this, Smith, whoever he fight, he got 120 days to fight Boots or get a title up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. I guess, Spence versus Crawford for undisputed. It has to happen quick.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So you know, oh shit. So I'm trying to figure out why the interviewer like, oh shit, like what he meant by that? What he meant by that? What the interviewer meant by that, man? What the interviewer meant by that? Anyways, let's move on. Let's look at the sanction about it. Because Bozy Ennis, he lying. Because I heard from my favorite YouTube channel, you know what I mean? About the Chico on Fag 9. I heard the Alphabet Boy. I heard from them, man. They lied. This ain't true. I told you have Wakanda logic, then you have real logic. And in the land of Wakanda, common sense is not so common. Wakandans can't read. They're very illiterate. And if they can read, their comprehension skills are very, very low. They do not know how to comprehend. When you talk to a Wakanda, make sure you have an orange coloring book with an orange crayon, and you talk to him like this here. You say, okay, Wakanda, look, this is the orange coloring book. Now, this here is the WBO. Can you say WBO, Wakanda? You from the alphabet board, right? Yeah, I'm from the alphabet board. Okay, can you say WBO? Yeah, WBO. Okay, now that's good. Now let's go to IBF. Can you say IBF? Yeah, IBF. Okay, that's good. Can you say WBA, Wakanda? Yeah, WBA. And can you say WBO? Yeah, WBO. Do you want to see what the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, the WBO have to say? Yeah, I want to see what they say. Okay, all right. Okay, now, all right. Now, I know I got some Wakandas that's gonna be coming over here, so I just gotta break it down to them like that. Like them niggas is slow, bro. Them niggas is slow. But them niggas from Wakanda is slaughtered. Hey, shout out to my dog Ron Boy Fresh, man. Ron Boy Fresh, what's happening, man? What's up, Slim? Hey, Ron Boy, I had on my main man N on here, man. Anthony Peterson on here, fam. I had N on here, man. I'm gonna call him after the show. I gotta break it down for him, Ron. These Wakandas is real slow, boy. They smoking on that Nick Sack and Reggie. They gotta stop smoking that Reggie, dog. See, that's what happened. When you smoke on the Reggie, you will never be steady. You know what I mean? You'll never be steady. Now let's move over here to the IBF. Let's see what they got to say, right? Bam. Okay, this is the WBC right here, right? You see dog going on. It's WBC right here, right? I'm gonna blow it up a little bit. Let me blow it up. I can't see ya. Okay, now let's do it like this here, right? Now, who's ranked number 1, guys? Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman came out of nowhere. He ain't fought since 1972. He came out of nowhere, fought Mario Barrios, and voila, he became the number 1 guy. But the reason why he became number 1 because Keith Thurman was promised when he gave up his WBC title, when he gave the belt up or got stripped of it, he was promised that whenever he decided to come back to boxing, he will become the number 1 mandatory. So he jumped over Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis. Other than that, Vergil Ortiz would have been number 1. So that's the WBC. This for the Wakandas. Now let's go over here to the WBA now. Now, if you can see right here, guys, this is the WBA. Let me go ahead and blow it up a little bit more like that there. As you can see right here, the WBA, you have Stantionis. He made a mistake in taking step-aside money one time to allow Ugas to fight Errol Spence, and now he lost in the sauce. That was a big mistake he made. He never should have did that. But they put him in, they gave him the 52 fake out, right? So now you got Vergil Ortiz. He's ranked number 1 in the WBA, and he's ranked number 1 in the WBO. So people say that, oh man, you know, Boots ranked number 1. He the mandatory. Can you please explain to me, sir, why when I go to the WBO's website, it has Vergil Ortiz there and Boots Ennis ranked number 2, sir? Oh, well, you know, well, really 2 is 1 and 1 is 2. Yeah, that's Wakanda logic and Wakanda math. Boy, listen, if you think like a Wakanda, talk like a Wakanda, move like a Wakanda, you will become dumb and stupid like a Wakanda. True. Can't, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's go ahead over here. Let's go ahead over here. Now, that's the WBA. Y'all see that, right? Now, let's go on over here to the WBO. And the WBO, what you got right here? You got Vergil Ortiz right here, number 1. You have Jaron Ennis, number 2. According to Bozy Ennis, they petitioned the IBF they petitioned the IBF to become the mandatory to Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Why? I have no idea. Why? I have no idea, right? Vergil Ortiz petitioned the WBA, and now he's fighting an eliminator to become the number 1 guy in the WBA in order to fight for the WBA Reggie belt. If you have the WBA Reggie belt, that will make you next in line to fight, become the mandatory for the WBA title holder in the welterweight division. Let's move on. Now let's go to the IBF. The IBF, as you can see, guys, number 1 guy is who? Jaron Boots Ennis. He filed a petition to fight for the IBF strap. Who has the IBF strap? Errol Spence Jr. When was the last time he fought a mandatory? He fought that mandatory, they say mandatory June 19th. June 19th. He was ordered. And I think he fought Ocampo. Right? Fought Ocampo, somewhere around that time. Somewhere around that time. So now, this was right here. The question I have is, Vergil Ortiz, he's number 1. Why not file for a petition? Why not put your papers in to fight Crawford? Why fight an eliminator, Vergil Ortiz, when you can just go straight to the man right here? When you can go straight to the man right here, why go to the WBA, have to fight somebody in order to become a mandatory when you could have just submitted? You could have just submitted the paperwork to fight Crawford right now. Read me that back, man. And the same for Jaron Ennis. If you guys are saying he was the number 1, let's say I want to entertain that. He number 1. Let's say I want to entertain that. He number 1. Please tell me why. Please tell me why he didn't file the fight on Terence Crawford. I'm just asking, guys. I'm just asking some legitimate questions. Okay? He said that feel like Spence is an easier fight. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just asking some legitimate questions. You said I'm just asking some legitimate questions. That's all. You know what I mean? Does it make any sense, guys? Does it make any sense? Right? Just asking. So anyways, let me go ahead and I got a whole lot of cooking I want to do. So we're gonna get Rick Glaze on for about 30 minutes. We ain't gonna have him on long. We're gonna get him on about 30 minutes, dog. And I want to cook. I want to ask him a couple of questions, and that's that. You know what I mean? So there you go. And what they say? You say that he has 3 belts. Yeah, but yet and still. So you're gonna have to answer me this. You have an opportunity to become a champion right now. To get 1 belt. You're telling me that, yeah, what we're gonna do is we just gonna fight to get this one belt, and we just gonna avoid the 1 belt and then just try to get the 3 belts. When you ain't even gonna get the 3 belts. Rick, what's going on, fam? Let's give Rick Glaze a round of applause. Rick, I ain't gonna have you on long, man. I ain't gonna have you on long because I got a lot of cooking to do. I just want to ask you a couple questions. What's going on with you?
What a shame.
Yeah, man. What's going on, Rick? Hey, how you doing? What's going on up there, man? I hear snowing up there.
Bad weather. I mean, we got 79-mile-an-hour winds, a lot of snow, frigid cold, It's really ugly. Everything's shut down. The grocery stores, they said, aren't going to open up till Monday. They shut down at 12 o'clock today. We've had an emergency driving ban since 7 o'clock this morning. I can't even see outside.
Oh
So,
man, you know. Hey, shout out to Will. What'd you say? He said the short answer is that nobody wants to fight Crawford. I think people are scared of him. He say the guys who wrote the checks don't want to pay Crawford. Okay, all right. Rick, quick question I have for you. Did you see the Adrian Broner on the Porterway podcast?
I saw bits and pieces of it. People were putting out bits and pieces of it. I never saw the whole thing collectively there, but I heard bits and pieces. And he basically, without mentioning it, he basically blasted PBC.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did it on the low.
And Al Heyman.
Yeah, shout out to Drew. He said, like I said before, on the first day of Christmas, Booger Ray gave to me a nice massage on their back and rubbed my feet. Currency over legacy. Free sad sack salary. I don't know. He loved free sack. He loved sad sack. Hey man. Hey, shout out to Drew. Hey, so yeah, basically what I was saying was he talked about how, yeah, man, the money he got and get with BLK Prime, you know, because there's some kind of conspiracy, you know, saying that, hey man, BLK Prime is fake. They don't have no money. Everybody's lying. Everybody's lying, but the Haymanites. You know, the Haymanites tell the truth, and anything that doesn't fit their narrative, everyone else is lying. So he spoke about, hey man, the money real. Terence Crawford got paid his $10 million. You know, they lying about that. But anyways, he said this. What he said. He said that he don't have to wait 6 months or to a year in order to get the back end money or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So he really, and guess what? Sean Porter agreed with him. He said, yeah, I heard about your deal. He said, yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. And stuff like that. He just pretty much confirmed what Adrian Broner was saying. And you know what I mean? So again, you know, he didn't say it was shade the PBC or Al Heyman, but then he said, but you know, this situation is totally different. He said that his trainer, Kevin Cunningham, is the one that hooked him up with that deal. Is the one that hooked him up with that deal. They made that deal happen in 3 days. I wonder how he was able to make that happen like that if he was under contract with Al Heyman, BBC.
I heard he wasn't under contract anymore with Al Heyman. Al Heyman tried to re-sign him, and Broner wouldn't do it. He didn't. You know, he was sick of getting tossed around like a used condom, and he just went to move on. I mean, with his life. I mean, he did the right thing, and you know, people don't know this, but Sean Porter basically gave Heyman an ultimatum about the Crawford fight. Heyman didn't want him to take the Crawford fight. He basically gave him an ultimatum, and you know, and so Porter wasn't happy with him in the end either. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So explain how did that Crawford fight happen with Sean Porter? Because it seemed like that Sean Porter was very, very adamant about making that fight happen. The total opposite of what you're hearing from Spence. Porter didn't say you're on the wrong side of the street. He didn't say it's 60-47 to 38-20.
What happened was Heyman didn't have anything for Porter that would have paid him a lot of money, you know, and he didn't have any fight for him at all that it even paid little money. So he was the mandatory, being a Porter for Crawford, and Aram said, let's go take this to purse bids. Well, in the meantime they made a deal beforehand. Crawford $6 million, Porter $4 million, which is an equivalent to a $10 million bid because it was a 60-40 split. Okay. And in the meantime when they were started going through this whole transaction, Heyman didn't want to take him to fight. And Porter told him, he says, you got nothing from me. He said, got no money from me. Yeah, no money fight. He says, I'm taking this fight, Al. Okay, so if you want in, you're in. But if you don't want this for me to take this fight, you're adamant, you could be out too. Basically speaking is what he said. Now, right, so was I in on the exact wording of the conversation? No, but that's the gist of the conversation.
All right, so you have a couple of people in here. They really don't believe what you say. So, one brother right here, my brother, he say, please ask Rick, where does he get his information from? Where do you get your information from, Rick? Do you make stuff up? Do you pull it out of thin air? Just have to ask. That's a legitimate question. Where do you get your information from?
I think after 32 years, I think I'll be 32 years in January in boxing full time. I have an awful lot of connections. And a matter of fact, I have somebody inside the walls of every organization in this country and in the UK too. So I know what's going on daily. I'm apprised of things, and people give me information because they want favors in return that I can give them. So
Okay.
goes both ways.
Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. You do.
If I was making things up, how come I'm right so often when I told everybody that Spence wasn't fighting Crawford in November and I said it in July 25th?
Yeah, no, you did say that. You did say that,
Right.
I found 2 videos where I said that shit wasn't going to happen. I found one December the 16th, and I said it in August as well. I said I found it ain't going to happen. I got the 2 videos. I'm gonna do a show and just show the receipts where I said it. Shout out to YouTube Scholar. He said Boots 1 hamburger away from having to move up to 154. I think he's making the weight easy though. I think
No,
Boots is making the weight easy.
believe it or not, even though he's huge,
Yeah.
for the weight, he makes the weight relatively easily, way more than people think. He makes it easier than Spence makes 51-47.
What you think it's because of his lifestyle? Because I hear Boots lives in the gym. He stays. I hear he stay in the gym.
Yeah, he does. He does. Boots is a very unusual guy. He puts out all the bullshit, the negativity, the street shit, and he just concentrates on boxing and his family. That's all he cares about. And that's the way he wants to lead his life. That's the way it's supposed to be led. Your business and your family. All the other stuff is con gaff and bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you're familiar with this situation right here, and I always ask you about the sanctioning bodies, how they operate, the politics that go on in the background. Jaron Ennis, okay, in the WBO, let's just stick to the WBO. Terence Crawford is the WBO super champion. And number 1 is Vergil Ortiz. Number 2 is Jaron Ennis. Now, there's been a rumor, speculation, lies, sources say going on, and I know where he's coming from, that Jaron Ennis was the mandatory to fight Terence Crawford. But that's not true. I know for a fact that's not true. I just went to WBO's website. So I just heard an interview from Bozy Ennis, which is Jaron Ennis' father. He said that what they did, they petitioned the IBF to fight for the IBF title, which Errol Spence holds. And they were told that they would
he holds the interim title, I believe.
Yeah, he holds the interim title, yes.
Right.
And he petitioned to fight Spence next.
Mm-hmm.
He went the IBF route. And they told him, so after this fight that he's fighting on Tank Davis's undercard, January the 7th. After this fight, he's the Mando. And they said that Spence has 120 days to fight Boots Ennis after he has his other fight, because he's been mandated to fight Keith Thurman, which he more than likely going to fight Keith Thurman. That's an in-house fight. But Spence said he's not going to be back until May or June. So he won't come back to next year, the summertime.
No, it doesn't work like that. Once the IBF mandates that he fights him after Spence within 120 days, that fight will have to take place next fall, or they'll just strip him. It's not when Spence decides to come back. Doesn't work like that. Okay, so if he doesn't fight him within that time period, or they could fight him, like, say, a month after that, but they have to agree to it up front. The IBF has to agree to it, but it has to be done in a timely, orderly fashion per the IBF rules, and then they stick to the rules. So there you go. So that's not true.
Okay, that's not true. Okay, all right. So I think the welterweight division is going to be a lot better once Crawford and Spence move up. I think it'll be a lot better. It's going to free up a lot of stuff, because the young guys, I feel that they do need a shot. But you get what you earn, and we know how the business of boxing. Well, you know the business of boxing more than me or anyone in this chat, because you've been doing it for 33 years. So, how do you foresee the welterweight division playing out for 2023?
Well, having Spence have 3 of the belts locked up, he'll lose one definitely to the IBF, to Boots Ennis, assuming Boots wins January 7th. That's a goner.
Mhm.
If Crawford and Everett fights Boots, I don't think it's going to be for undisputed. That's just my opinion.
What are you saying? At what weight?
Yeah, it won't be for undisputed.
Why you say that?
Because the belts will be
That's right.
broken up.
Yeah.
Ennis will have one.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if he doesn't fight Ortiz,
Yeah.
if Ortiz beats Stantionis, okay, or Stantionis wins and he doesn't fight that's another belt gone. Then he'll be just down to the WBC belt. So we'll see what happens. But it's not very promising. Let's put it that way to you. That whole mess is not very promising.
So you think Al Heyman is a very powerful guy. I'm pretty sure he got persuasion. He can make it. He can shake and bake, right? You don't think he can shake and bake and
he's not shaking and baking if Vergil Ortiz beats Stantionis. Because Stantionis is with Oscar, and he's not number one because they don't want him to be number one. They want him to be number one. That's why he was number one. So they're not going to let if he beats Stantionis, they're not going to let Stan there and just let Spence walk over him. They'll take the title and declares Ortiz a full champion.
I wonder why Stantionis took step aside one time, right?
And maybe twice.
Yeah. Yeah, because I heard an interview. He said something about he didn't do it the second time, but it seemed like Stantionis got kind of shafted. And I think if he had a chance to do it all over again, he never would have.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was just giving up the belt. Spence. Spence ain't fighting Stantionis. He ain't fighting Ortiz. He ain't fighting Crawford, and he ain't fighting Ennis.
Okay. So what options you think he have? He move up to 154 and then try 154.
For that to happen, Jamal.
You mean Jamel?
I mean Jamel would have to move up to 60 and go after one of the other belts, not the one his brother has.
Mm-hmm.
And to leave an opening for Spence. Nobody's going to pay Spence just because he's Spence without a title.
Mm-hmm. And
without something interesting. So he'd have to move up and fight for one of the vacant titles, one of the titles that Jermel vacates. So if Jermel wants to vacate, that's up to him. He's going to call that shot.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting.
Yeah, because I don't think Jamel is talking about moving up anytime soon. He takes pride in being undisputed. He's going to fight Tim Tszyu. So shit, Spence don't come back to June. What you're saying is there's a possibility that if he decides to come back in June, he can have less belts. What you're saying?
100%.
Oh, okay.
He fights for in June he could have all the belts, but after that, the IBF will be looking to strip him. The WBA, if it's Vergil Ortiz, they're going to be at him like a cheap suit. If it's Stantionis, they're not going to be at him like a cheap suit. Because Heyman's got claws into Stantionis, and so that's not going to be that big a deal. But if Vergil Ortiz wins, that's a big deal.
So yeah, because is there a reason? Is there a reason why Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis did not take the WBO route? Why they didn't?
Those guys, their backers don't think they can beat Crawford. I mean, what would make anybody think that those two guys could beat Crawford right now? I don't think so. Maybe in 2 years, if Crawford's 37 years old and they've had some more experience against top fighters, that may happen, but not now. They don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, because Boots is a very, very talented fighter, but we haven't really seen him fight anybody.
Here's the thing with Boots. He looks like Sugar Ray Robinson when he's throwing punches, but who knows what he's going to look like when somebody's throwing punches back at him.
Right. Yeah. That is
and
true.
Crawford's going to throw back, and he's going to land.
And I was hoping that we would be able to see Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz, because Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray, when him and what year that was, how old they was when Sugar Ray and Hearns fought each other. That one was like 24.
The first one was September 16th, 1981.
It was
That
what,
was the
20?
first time they fought.
They
That
was
was
24 and
that was
22?
yeah, they were very young. Yep.
Right. Put them up the same age Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis is now. So, you know, a lot of the stuff that you hear now, what these
Different
fighters,
era.
yeah, you're
Different
right.
era.
Yep. So
Different era. Let's not confuse all-time greats with the guys that had balls down to their ankles.
yeah, you're right. You're right. And I tell these people that, man. I say, man, it's just a different era, dog. Like my criteria is an old school criteria, and you know the things that impress people in today's time, it really don't impress me to that degree because I you know I look at Marvin Hagler, Salvador Sanchez, Azuma Nelson. You know what I mean? Rafael Benitez. I look at these other guys and you know James like Tony, and I'm like, man, I don't see these dudes really moving like that. So you get what I'm saying? They hardly fight. You know, it's more diva-like. It's more diva-ish. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing stuff, man. You wrong side of the street. You know,
Imagine back in the day if a couple of these fighters that have said that they've got mental illness, like Adrian Broner and Ryan Garcia. Could you imagine if they would have said that in another era? People would be laughing, and snickering at them, and everything else.
yeah.
They'd be making fools out of. Been making fools out of them. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's a different era today, all together. I mean, it's just the world's different. The world's different today.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I think it is I think some of these fighters today they want the old school baddest man on the planet accolades without putting in the old school baddest man on the planet work, and you know what I mean. And it's very, you know, and that's what I see. That's what I see. My thing is, you're very talented. You look good, but who you fight matters. Who you fight matters. So you know, I mean, that's just the way I see it. It's the politics different today, Rick, than in your opinion?
The politics aren't really different. They're basically the same in boxing, but the mind state of the promoters and the mind state of the fighters and the mind state of the trainers are completely, and the managers are completely different. So, give you an idea, a promoter puts all this money into a fighter, building him up, and he doesn't want to get him beat, and then he's got in his mind, he's got a pile of shit on his hands instead of trying to rebuild the fighter. The manager gives the fighter all this shit, and he wants the gravy train to keep going. The trainer, he's embarrassed if his fighter loses. Oh God, I'm not gonna lose. I don't want to lose that guy. He's my arch enemy trainer. So a lot of fights don't get made for that reason today. So, and then there's always the Al Heyman effect. Anything to do with PBC, of course.
Take me through the matchmaking process. Like when before a fight gets made, well, first of all, have you ever did any matchmaking?
Yeah, I was a career matchmaker from 1992 to 2016.
Okay. So
I just don't do I'm in boxing full time still. I just don't do matchmaking. I had gotten cancer in 2016, and we came back to boxing in 2019, I was just part time those years because I had the cancer so bad. And when I did come back, I didn't want to travel like I did. And when you're a matchmaker, you have to go to the shows. So, and I just didn't want to have that obligation to make the matches and have to go to the shows. I wanted to do it at my own leisure. So I don't do matchmaking anymore, but I do know the process well. So the process is everybody has to agree to a fight on both sides. If they have two different promoters, they've got two different trainers, two different managers, the TV network, the boxing commission, the sponsors have to agree. Let's just say one guy is a convicted felon or has a history of something negative, the sponsors would have to agree. It's a very complex process, and there's a lot of people that they have to say yes. And a lot of times, a fighter's wife has to say yes, believe it or not. Where you may have a manager, but the wife's the driving force, and she says, "No, don't take that fight. We don't need that. We got money in the bank right now. Let's take it when we're desperate. We're not desperate right now." Or she wants to buy a big house, and she says, let's take this fight. We can get that house. So the wife, believe it or not, has a lot to say in the process, believe it or not legally speaking, but from the standpoint where he's sleeping with her every night.
Yeah. I get it. You know what? I never heard of that. Like, Yeah, I can just imagine you sitting at home and your wife like, look, baby, this, we got money.
Well,
Just
I'll give you a typical example. Back, I can't remember what year this was, maybe 2012, 13. Um, without mentioning names, I was negotiating with a fighter. He wanted 350,000 for a fight, and I was offering him 100,000 because the fight was worth 100 to 100 and a quarter,
Mhm.
and he wanted 350,000 because he really didn't want to fight the guy. So I had his home number, and I called him, not only his cell phone number, I called him at home, and I said to his wife, I says, I don't understand your husband. She says, what do you mean? I says, he just turned down 100,000. She said, yeah, said he wants 350. She goes, oh my God. She goes, the van, we need a new minivan. He said, our kids going back to school soon. We need kids need new shoes, and they're growing out of them so fast, and all these reasons. She goes, is that fight still available? Yeah, you stay right there. About 20 minutes later, he called me sobbing. Why'd you tell my wife that? Why'd you do that? Ba, 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 ba. He ended up fighting for 100 and a quarter. And I had to send him 10,000 up front to get everything straightened out. The shoes, the minivan, all that stuff. So a lot of times the wife or a girlfriend, living girlfriend, has a big influence on what. Another thing that has a big influence is child support. Guy gets behind on child support, and all of a sudden he's desperate. So you got to know all these things. You got to know the in and outs of what's going on. That's why you always have to listen, because you find out a lot if you listen.
Oh, so old slick sapsucker like yourself in boxing, you'll find out. Oh, okay. So listen, check this out, baby. Well, now I know you got another child on the side from your other baby mama that your wife don't know about. I want to make this fight for you, but you're asking for kind of like too much money. Really, this is what I want to pay. It'd be a shame if someone was to.
I don't do it. I don't use it in a devious way. But I have to remind them. I say, weren't you the guy that 4 months ago you were high on your child support and I advanced you $20,000 or $12,000 or whatever? I said, and you paid half back. Don't you owe the other half still? So you have to sort of browbeat them about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So wow, I didn't. Boy, y'all dirty boy. Y'all dirty boy. The game dirty boy. So do fighters get like? I've always heard. I heard this from a couple of people outside of yourself. So is it the norm that fighters borrow money from their promoters or advisors?
Oh yeah, promoters. They borrow money from the promoters, managers, advisors. Of course, absolutely. In between fights, a lot of them do. I know Al Heyman has many fighters on the pad. They all do. Every one of them.
Bob Arum as well. Eddie Hearn.
Every one of them.
And one of
it
them.
Doesn't stop.
So walk me through a scenario. A fighter borrows money from his promoter, and what type of interest? What would be the reason why a fighter would borrow money from the promoter? I don't want to assume anything, but why would he? Why he just can't live off the money that he made from his last fight?
Well, a lot of times, people when they have a last fight, the guys want to buy a double or want to buy a 4-unit apartment building. He's got to put the money down. Now he doesn't have any other money coming in, and that thing's not going to generate a profit for a few years because it's got to pay itself down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of reasons why. A lot of guys spend money frivolously. I had a fighter once made a $402,500. Okay, and 33 days later he was broke.
Well, he got paid $400,000.
Wait. It was in 1995, by the way. He got $402,500, and in 33 days later, he wanted to borrow $10,000 from me. He was broke.
What did he do with the money?
Bought his wife a minivan. Caught up on some people that he owed money to. A little bit of everything. Just blew it. So it'll happen. It was a well-known heavyweight.
Okay, so when a fighter does that, now he's at the mercy of the promoter.
Not necessarily, because if he borrows too much money, the promoter is now at his mercy. So you can't lend them too much.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's important for a fighter to fight, at least as much as possible, because
Well, in the old days, yes. Today, Heyman just lends him money in between, and then like his fight so infrequently, he lends them money in between. Then by the time the fight happens, they got to pay back all these loans. Here's another problem you got, just to let you know. Okay, there's a misconception about something. So let's say you make $1 million purse. I'm just using the round figure, okay?
Mm.
And you borrow $300,000, okay?
Okay.
You owe the $300,000 out of your money. It doesn't come off the top, because the trainer and the manager have to get paid off the top. So if you got $600,000 left and you borrowed 300, you get 300. You understand? Where these fighters, they think the money comes back off the top, then they can pay the trainer less and the manager less. It doesn't work like that. That's another problem.
Okay, so you saying the fighter get $1 million purse? You saying the managers got to get their cut first before
No, the trainer the first, the manager second, then the fighter gets his after the sanctioning fees are paid off the top, of course, and then if it's a title fight of any type. And then what's left, the fighter's got to pay back that $300,000. Okay. So that's how it happens. And once you start borrowing money from your promoter, you're always going to get behind the 8 ball.
So what about the IRS? So when you pay taxes, do he pay taxes on the million, or do he pay taxes on what's left?
He pays the taxes on the $600,000.
Okay. So yeah, whatever's left from minus the expenses. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and the taxes would be what, like 39-40% tax bracket, somewhere up in there?
It depends what state. That's federal, but it depends what state you're in. 33 and a third, probably 30. About 3%. But you also got state tax unless you live in Florida, Nevada, and Texas.
In Texas, yeah. We don't pay state tax here. I'm so happy of that, boy. I'm like, wow, boy, they double whammy, boy. That's socialism, for those. Hey, that's socialism. So doggone man, so it's a good chance a fighter can get paid a good purse. And boy, if he, what kind of financial advice? As someone like yourself, you dealt with fighters, you've been in the business for 33 years, and I believe something that you say versus someone that's on YouTube who got a YouTube channel, because you don't know nothing about the business, you're just a fan of the sport. I like to talk to people who have been involved in the business, who know how to negotiate contracts, who have read contracts, understand the language, dealt with attorneys, dealt with managers and promoters, have experience at doing something versus someone who don't know Adam from Eve. So what type of advice, like from a financial standpoint, that you used to give fighters back in the day?
Well, it depends on how much money, what bracket they're in. If they're in the, let's just say, for instance, they're in the $1 million bracket, right? Okay, let's assume they are. Okay, then I would say, and they're fighting, let's say, twice a year. They're going to get $2 million gross. So let's just say at that point in time, they're only paying a manager and a 10%. Okay, because by that time they're not paying 33 and a third anymore. Let's say they're paying their trainer 10%. Let's say another 5% that says. So let's just say that's $1.5 million left over. They pay their taxes. That's $1 million left over. A guy should be able to live on $250,000 a year and save $750 a year. So should he be able to take $21,000 a month out? Yeah. And live comfortably and wonderfully? Yeah, I would guess so. And he could save $750,000.
Okay, all right. Yarmus, what you say, fam? No, this is another question from the chat. This brother here said that he said, "How come you have such a bad reputation in boxing?"
I didn't know I did. I have 46 clients around the world, and they're very, very happy with me. So I don't know what you're referring to. I have no idea. Do I take people's bullshit? No. Do I stand up for what I think is what my beliefs are, and what I think is right? Yes. I don't take any bullshit from anybody, but I don't have a bad reputation at all. I have a very good reputation. If you go to my website, glazerboxing.com, you'll see a testimonial page from some of the powers of the boxing business, and you'll see what they have to say about me. So that's glazerboxing.com. Go to my testimonial page, and my phone number is there. My email address is there, so you can call me back, or you want to call, and then we can discuss it further if you'd like.
I guess the question would be for that brother, who does like, where does he get, like you say you had a bad reputation in boxing, a bad reputation with whom? I would like to ask
This
him.
guy the other day on Facebook comes down with this Brandon Walker that I steal money from fighters. I said, what's he talking about? Fighters aren't my clients. How do you steal money from people that aren't your clients?
Yeah.
The managers are my clients. Their managers are my clients. Number one, I don't even handle the money. Okay, number one. And when I broker deals, the promoters are my clients, not the fighters. Yeah. So I have no idea what he's even talking about. So it's ludicrous. It's crazy.
Mad Dog 8 say, what is it? Hey, what you say, Mad Dog? He said only PBC fanboys hate Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, if you have any receipts, he got a bad reputation. I would like to definitely see that, fam.
The Heyman Johnson jumpers. That's what I call them. The Heyman Johnson jumpers. They're jumping on Heyman Johnson so bad he's screaming for Vaseline.
No, he probably. Well, I don't know. Maybe he heard it from somewhere. Maybe he has some kind of facts or receipts that he probably could produce.
There are no facts or receipts because it never existed, so there can't be.
So the advice that you would give fighters when they start making money, getting up there, would you say for them to be kind of frugal with their money?
No, that's not the right word, because frugal implies a cheapness. No, just be conservative. You can spend if you're bringing home $1 million a year, you could spend $250,000, live $21,000 a month in round figures, and live very, very nicely.
Yeah,
your taxes would be paid already. You'd save $750. That's not frugal.
Yeah.
Frugal's being cheap. In other words, trying to live on $4,000 a month when you're trying to. That's frugal. No, that doesn't mean don't go out and buy a nice car, don't buy a nice house, but everything encompasses $21,000, your total cost of living.
Yeah, $21,000. You got to live within that budget. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not frugal at all. That's living properly, is what I would call it. That's not frugal. That's not living over your head. That's living properly.
Shit, I can live about $21,000 a month. Shit, you know what I mean? Like,
well, here's what's important to know. Let's just say he loses his title. Okay. Yeah. And if he's had his title for 2 years, he's got $1.5 million saved at 20. Okay, so then he can cut down his overhead down to 12,000, and he doesn't even have to worry about a thing.
Yeah.
So, just common sense.
Yeah. So I don't know if I asked you this before. When you have you ever managed a fighter before, Rick?
Nope.
Never managed fighters. So your role in boxing has strictly been what? Matchmaking,
matchmaking, brokering deals, rendering advice, advising, and I've been an expert witness in 34 boxing lawsuits. I'm accredited in federal court as a expert witness in professional for all cases related to professional boxing. Like I said, render advice for $600 an hour. I advise a couple fighters, but they have managers. I don't take on fighters without having managers. It's too much of a headache on a full-time basis. I got too many things going on, and I'm a hands-on guy, and it's just not how I operate. It's then you become a high-priced babysitter.
Yeah. So I had as a matter of fact, so you just like to deal with the managers. You don't like really dealing with the fighters as it relate to that.
No, I don't. I like fighters, but I don't have the time that they would require to nurture them and put up with all the stuff that goes along with it, the baby mama drama, all the stuff. Just don't have the time. So every fighter I work with has a manager, and then I work with that manager, that fighter, but I work through the manager.
So you're pretty much a broker.
Pretty much.
A broker. So broker in the sport of boxing, being a broker, you've been in 33 years. So I would 32. Imagine 32. I would imagine you have a pretty huge Rolodex. So you have contacts. I mean, you can get in contact with.
My business is worldwide. I talk to somebody NCAA boxing, 3 people from California, 3 people from England, the UK, period. Let's see, 1 guy from the Ukraine. I'm just trying to think all the calls I got today, but there wasn't that many. There's never that too many on a Friday, especially Christmas, like this. So, but people all over the world I deal with on a daily basis.
Okay. What would be some of the reasons why someone would reach out to Rick Glazier?
Various reasons, because I would be their connection. If they're from overseas, sometimes I'm their connection in the United States. I know what the fighters will fight for. I've got direct inroads to the fighters. I can make the deal. That's many reasons. Or they'll call me up and say, "Hey, I need a fighter, a ranked fighter to fight my guy. He's a welterweight. The date's this. Who do you got?" And then I go contact people, and that's how the way I do it. But doesn't mean it's for the guys from the United States. The fighter I could get could be from another country altogether.
Mm-hmm. And I guess without spilling too much of your business, so basically,
no, it's fine.
You charge by the hour. Someone gets in contact with you.
No. I only charge by the hour for advice. $600 an hour for advice. Okay, but if I'm brokering a deal, then I get 10%. So if the promoter pays, what's so funny?
No, but this dude, Halim always talk about his 10% cut. So you said the magic words 10%. He love that. But go ahead.
Right. I get 10%. Okay. And it comes from the promoter. So I call up the fighter and I said, "This is $50,000. The promoter knows he's got to pay me $5,000 on top of that." That's why I said, I don't know where I'm robbing the fighter. Yeah. Or he said, "I rob people, fighters. I don't do it. They're not my clients." How do you rob somebody when they're not your client?
Yeah. I don't know.
I have no obligation to anybody but the promoter. That's my client.
Oh man. So when they reach out to you, do they give you an idea? Hey, listen, man, I got a fighter. Do they tell you when the matchmaking comes into play?
Yeah, they'll call me up. The promoter will call me, or the matchmaker. A lot of times, the promoter will call me directly and say, "Listen, I got this welterweight, Habibation. Let's just call him Habibation. His name's Habibation, and he's number 7 in the WBC, WBA, whatever. I need a ranked fighter to fight him. From one of the 4 organizations." And I say, "Why do you need a ranked fighter?" "Because the TV over here won't buy it unless he's fighting another top guy." Okay, so then I know I can't downgrade him into something else right off the bat. You understand what I'm saying? It's got to be a ranked fighter. Now, if he says to me, "I want a ranked fighter," well, why? "Well, it'll sell more tickets." I says, "Yeah, but a ranked fighter is going to cost you $75,000, $100,000, and an unranked fighter is going to cost you $35,000 or $40,000. Well, I'm just throwing figures, of course. And then all of a sudden I'll say, "Is it worth another $35,000 or $40,000 for a ranked fighter?" "Nah, not really. You're sort of right." Okay. Then a good fighter with a good record that may be necessary, not ranked. Yeah, okay. So it depends what the situation is. You got to decipher and ask questions about what they're actually really looking for.
Okay. So a fighter that's, I mean, this might be a dumb question, but I have to ask this question. A fighter that's
fire away. I'm an open book, my friend.
Okay.
Except for the people I rob, of course.
Oh, there you go. I told you. He said he robbed the people.
Little sarcasm there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, ooh, boy, some good people. Boy, when them hanging, they do not like you. They hate you with a passion, boy. Lord have mercy. But anyways,
they don't like the truth. That's why. It's the truth that they hate.
So if a fighter that's ranked in the top 10, do they make more money versus a fighter that's ranked outside of the top 10?
Yeah, of course. Let's say that there's 15 in the rankings, a guy in the top 5 will make more than a guy in the top 10 as a general rule. Now, and if it's in the top 15, then the guy that's number 14 or 15 will make less than. But this is when they do make more, by the way. Let's just say that guy comes from a foreign country and he's got his own foreign TV deal, or he can get TV in his own country, then he could make more with that TV, but with a TV or streaming deal. But that's very possible that can happen. But as a general rule, depends on where you're ranked and how much you get.
Okay. So general, how much, depending on where you rank, how much you get. So can you explain to me, like, Tank Davis has a fight coming up. He's fighting Hector Garcia on January the 7th in Washington, D.C. Can you, now I had Anthony Peterson on, which is Lamont Peterson's brother. The fight is what, 15, 16 days out. He still doesn't know who his opponent is going to be. And he
there won't be. It's a typical PBC deal. Oh, Anthony, you're going to be on the card. Get ready. If they need him at the last minute, then they'll call him. It's jerk off shit. That's PBC jerk off shit.
So he don't know who he's fighting as of yet, which I think
No,
is a disadvantage.
he won't be fighting on that show. You'll see. Very, very, very rare. I'd be surprised if he does. Let's put it that way. He could.
Yeah. Because I'm like, bro, it's real close. Like, it's less than 3 weeks.
Don't forget, Anthony's with Freeway.
Yeah, he's with Freeway. Yeah.
Who am I close to? Freeway.
Yeah. So, damn, man. So, what would be a typical fight card pay? Like, when a promoter puts a fight together, how do they determine?
It depends on who you're fighting, what network it's on, if it's on TV at all, what streaming network, what the site fee rights would be. Just there's so many factors. I mean, what position you're on the show, if you're the main event, the co-main event, the third fight. Yeah, there's just too many factors to give you to give you a price. But to give you an idea, those all things I just mentioned play into it. And risk and reward plays into it too. If the guy's a big puncher or the guy's left-handed or whatever.
Okay. All right. So I hear a lot about southpaws in boxing, right? What is it? Why do certain people, like commentators and stuff like that, they make such a big deal about, oh, this guy's a southpaw. Why is it?
Because the history of boxing is years ago they were pariahs and there weren't that many around. Today there's many around, but people still have it embedded in their minds about southpaws. They're harder to fight, they're trickier, and also it costs more money to fight because of the fact that you got to get paid sparring. Because if you're looking for right-handers, you got right-handers in your own gym that could spar with that guy. But if you go to southpaw, you got to bring sparring partners in because you probably don't have two southpaws in the gym. So it costs a lot more money to fight a southpaw than it would a right-hander.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it's so rare. And then now, I think the thing is now switch hitting, and there's a couple of fighters they switch hit pretty well. Of course, Crawford, I think he kind of made that popular now.
Yep.
And then
Hagler did in a prior generation.
Yeah, Hagler did it. Hagler, man. But boy, you know what? I just got through watching Hagler and doggone Roberto Duran the other day. Man, boy, they went at it, boy. They went at it, boy. Hagler,
November 10th, 1983.
It was fighting in the pocket, but that was some good fight. I mean, from the first round all the way to the 15th round. I was like,
look how small Duran was. You see how small physically he was next to Hagler, because he was a natural lightweight.
Yeah, boy. I'm like, boy, man, we just don't get.
What's this guy say? Rick Laser, I got $2.
Don't hate. He's a member though. He's a member. Hey, shout out to my brother.
Listen, I don't hate on $2, but inflation has struck.
Hey, but inflation affects them as well. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. So yeah, I was watching Hagler, man. Hagler, my favorite middleweight, man. I love Hagler, man. Hagler can't do no wrong to me. You know what I mean? Like it's the marvelous one, baby, the marvelous one. So, but what do you think about the middleweight division today? Like, that used to be like kind of like one of the darling divisions because of people like Carlos Monzon and then Hagler and stuff like that. Today, man, like, what do you think about the middleweight division today? You got Triple G, Jamal Charlo, Jaime Munguia. Damn, who else is it?
You just answered your own question.
Damn, I don't know, man. Shit just seemed bro. It's like it's one of the worst divisions in boxing now. What do you think about? Have you ever experienced times where fighters hid behind their promoters not to fight certain fighters?
Spence, it's happening right before our eyes. Would you miss that or what?
Nah, I'm just saying, like,
Spence.
Well, his fans don't feel that way. They feel like, I listen to language very well. And when I hear a fighter when I hear a fighter, any fighter says that, hey man, I'll fight anybody, right? I expect the fighter to do that. And when it's a top guy, and when a fighter understands, hey, in order, I have a goal. Because I had Kid Austin on. We're going to talk about Kid Austin. I have a goal to become the undisputed champion of the world in any weight division. Right now, I have 1 belt. I have 2 belts. I have 3 belts. I have, I have 1 belt or 2 belts, right? Now, in order for me to become that, I have to make this fight with this other guy. I'm going to do whatever it can. Normally, when you see 2 fighters, they really go out of their way. Look, we're gonna make this fight happen and become undisputed. Josh Taylor did it. Came all the way from the UK after fighting in the tournament. He got it the hard way. Josh Taylor got it the hard way. Came to America. You know what I mean? Fought and became undisputed. Jose Ramirez. Became undisputed. Now Jose Ramirez, he's saying that, hey, I think he's the mandatory to fight Regis Prograis for the WBC strap. That was the same belt that he had. He don't want to fight the guy. He pulled out for whatever reason. He turned down the Mando. So I heard it was for financial reasons, but it kind of looks like a duck to the fans and stuff like that.
I think it's a duck, but I'm being told otherwise. But I still think it's a duck. Who's this guy saying? 499. Munguia is the king middleweight cherry picker. Oh yes, no question about it.
Yeah, Munguia. Jaime, he just a baby. I had this one chick call the show. And she was like, she from San Diego. I ain't gonna say her name, but she said, yeah, Jaime, he's just a baby. I'm like, the dude 40-0, he's 40-0 with 75 knockouts.
Time out. He's already been WBO junior middleweight champ.
Yeah.
There's no baby.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm saying the middleweight division. I'm like, the dude, listen, the dude 40-0, 75 knockouts.
Yep.
When is he gonna be ready?
It's nuts.
Like what you think Oscar De La Hoya got going on with his career?
It's not Oscar. It's Zanfer, his other promoter manager, the guy from Fernando Beltran is the guy's name. That he's the culprit there. It's definitely not Oscar.
Yeah. So why do you feel that they are moving him this way? I mean, he gonna bring Rocco Marciano record.
There's no explanation that I can give you that anybody would like. So there you go.
Yeah, he gonna break Rocco Marciano record. He gonna be 50-0. Like shit. Hey, this man fighting taxi cab drivers, tomato cans, Amazon delivery drivers. I'm like, man, bro, they do it with no shame over there. And I'm like, God damn, because I'm thinking it's Oscar De La Hoya. So it ain't but you're right. You just corrected me. He has 2 promoters.
Well, the other guy's more of a manager than a promoter in this case because Oscar's doing all the heavy lifting. So, but it doesn't matter. The point is that they don't want to fight anybody.
It's amazing, man, because I see some of these fighters today. I'm gonna talk about Kid Austin, but I see some of these fighters today, like certain fights you see get made just like that, right? They'll get made just like that. Certain fighters, they'll fight certain fights, probably stylistically that's to their favor. And they make these fights in 5 minutes. But then when it comes to other fighters, there is a whole bunch of stipulations. Like, perfect example, Jamal Charlo. And it's something about those guys over there. Jamal Charlo is like, well, he told David Benavidez, I'll fight you, but you got to get a COVID shot. You got to be 25. You got to know how to drive a stick shift. You got to know how to, he came with a whole bunch of stipulations, but he didn't come with those stipulations when he fought Juan Montiel, when he fought Hugo Centeno Jr., when he fought Matt Bay Korobov. He didn't come with any of those stipulations for those guys. So how come certain fighters, they come with stipulations for a certain type of fighters, but other fighters, when they fight, they make fights just like that? Do you have an explanation for that?
They're looking for excuses not for the fight not to happen. They're laying out the excuses for you. Now, this guy, I know Will. Hey, Will, thank you. Inflation has struck and Will realizes it. Congratulations. What's he saying?
He said Munguia's last opponent was 100-1 underdog. He said it should stand to reason when you get odds like that as a top prospect that you're not really competing against the best, not a champion, but almost 50-0. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Will. I feel you on that. We got another one right here. Shout out to Dragon Bean. He said, Rick, can Fulton be stripped if he don't fight a new way?
Oh yes, 100%. Oh yeah, because they just declared Nui the super champion, 100%.
But I think Fulton says he's moving up to 126. I'm not sure. Is that been
Then
confirmed yet?
he can vacate, but he won't have the title no matter what way you look at it.
So if he vacates, okay, ironically, Anue's moved up to 122. He said he's done. He's moved up to 122. That's official. So if Steph moves up, we got to put him in the category of what everybody said with Demetrius Andrade. You got to say, well, oh man, the other dude moved up, or you was mandated. So let me ask you this. So does that mean that Inoue immediately can say, hey, I want to fight you at 122 because I'm the super champ now because you had a WBO strap?
100%.
And if Steph moves up, then that tells you he's ducking.
No, it looks that way. It would seem to be, but it doesn't say definitely he's ducking, but it surely looks that way. Yes.
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter, man.
Listen, I'm a big believer in Stefan Fulton's abilities, but who's he with? Al Heyman. You know this. You know that story.
Let's see. Where would that fight take place at? If because I heard Bob Arum say something of the sort that he would like to have Inoue come over here to America, at least have a fight over here in America, because
it could be here, it could be in Japan, but Fulton's not going to be calling the shots. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What's his name? Well, Inoue just brings in too much money. Fulton can't bring in that kind of money.
Yeah. That dude's a rock star in this country. He's huge over there, man. What do you think about the people? Yeah, before we get to let me write this down. Think about the people in Japan. And then what do you think about Kid Austin, man? I had him on the show the other day. Well, that was yesterday.
I worked with him and his father for a very short period of time. And end of 2021, from September to December 31st, when I resigned. I think he's got a lot of potential. He's a very nice kid. He's very well spoken. He's got a lot of ability. And I don't know how durable he is because you haven't seen it because he hasn't fought anybody really good to test him. Yeah. But if he's got the durability, he can be a world champion. He's got ability. He's fast. He trains very, very well. Yeah. He's one of those, Jaron Ennis type of trainer type guys. And he doesn't have any bad habits. He's a quality kid. And I hope he does very well. I hope he does well. He's a good kid.
Have you ever been to Japan before, Rick?
No.
What do you think about their fans over there? I was sitting there watching. I got up a couple of times and went live.
They don't move. They don't smile. They don't clap. They don't wave. They just sit there.
I ain't never seen nothing like this, man. Bro, I'm sitting there watching the fight. I mean, the ring girls look like flight attendants. They just sitting there. They got they sitting in the ring.
It's a different kind of country. This is very weird. Okay, the fact that they're there shows you that their expression. Understand what I mean? The fact that they're sitting there.
Yeah.
Different. It's a different kind of thing.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like they just sit there like somebody like me. Do you think I would get arrested if I was in Japan calling the fight? Because how hyped up I be. You think they'll arrest me?
No, they wouldn't arrest you, but they look at you like you were like a wild man. Like you were completely wacky.
Man, God, why y'all so quiet in here, man? God, he caught him with a good right cross. He caught him with a good right. Get off the ropes.
It's a different world over there. It really is. It's not a comparable to the U.S.
Man, I'll be like, man, God, I'm like, bro, I'll be hyped up.
Did you also notice something else? There's no women in the crowd.
There's no women in the crowd.
Very few.
Oh yeah. How do you notice that?
Guys come in 2s and 4s to the fight. They normally don't bring their woman to the fight. It's not a something a woman. You notice there's no Japanese women fighters.
Nah. You know what? I thought you sure?
Yeah, there's a few women, but it's very, very few.
Very few. Yeah. Because I saw a couple fights. The Middle East, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Dubai. that area has really been active in boxing. Eddie Hearn seems to have a good connection over there. He's able to get his fighters, certain fight. Well, you know, he promotes all over the world, but he's able to get fighters on the bag over there. Do you foresee Bob Arum being able to get some of that Arab money to make that Tyson Fury Alexander Usyk fight?
100%. But Frank Warren's been delegated to do that, from what I understand, who's his partner in Tyson Fury.
Okay,
So
yeah, man. Yeah, get some of that Arab money, man. Hey, look here, man. You got a relationship. When the last time you talked to Bob?
Oh, it's been a while, but I do have a good relationship with him. But it's been a while. I haven't talked. I don't talk to him unless I have to. I don't call him. In other words, like if I need something done, I'll call him. But I don't call him. Hey, Bob, how are you today? How's everything? What are you doing? You know, I don't have that kind of relationship. Very few people have that kind of relationship with Arum. Okay, but I talk to, you know, some of his guys all the time, and, you know, I'm in contact with them, you know, but, you know, Don, I talk to all the time, Don King. I talk to him literally all the time.
Man, you gotta hook that interview up, man. I gotta interview Don, man. You know, I love Don King, man. You gotta interview, man. You gotta get me an interview with Don, man. I just want to hear him talk. You know, I do this for the people, by the people, of the people, because we come from the people. You know what I mean? I am a people person. I represent the people. I gotta get that, man. You gotta get him on here, man. God, man, hey, hook me up with that Don King interview, man. Man, you gotta do that, man. Get a contact. Yeah, get a contact with Don.
I hooked you up with Freeway, and
yeah,
you hooked up with Freeway, and I'm going to hook you up with Don. I'm hooking you up with iconic American figures.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to get Don, man. Like, I love Don King. I love Don, man. Don is one of the funniest guys that I've seen. I don't know him personally, but I've seen, and he has a bigger than life personality. He lights up the room from what I saw just on television. Very, very smart guy. You know, well, you and him friends. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he's seeing you, but you know.
You want to hear a funny story about Don and I? One time there's 8 women standing there, four black women, 4 white women, and 2 Hispanics. And this before I was married. This is 2006, I believe it was. Yeah, 2006. And he goes, this is my main man, Rick. He's a provider of lovemaking services to black and white alike. I said, Don, Hispanics too. He goes, Hispanics too.
But Don King is listen, man. Tell me, is this true or not? I don't know. I don't know how to say. I'm trying to think. What did I read this story at? You know, because Don King been sued quite a few times, and I don't know if this story is true or not. But I heard that he got put on the stand one time, and the prosecutor said something after the trial or whatever, because he didn't get convicted. It was like a hung jury, or he won, or something like that. You know, he got found.
So was it a civil suit or criminal?
I think it was a civil suit.
Okay, there's no prosecutor in a criminal in a civil suit, but keep going. The opposing attorney. Yep,
something of that sort. They say, man, the worst thing that happened was we let Don King get on the stand and talk. He confused everybody. He said something that Don confused the jury or something like that. He would have dropping them 14-letter words, and he. And that Don confused the jury. I was like, man, Don using words that ain't nobody never heard of. What the hell did he just say? Like, have you ever?
I'll tell you a funny story. Okay. We were in an Italian restaurant once, and the guy who owned the place was literally right off the boat. He was a real Sicilian from the old country.
Yeah.
And the guy he had introduced to his friend as D'Antonio Coluccio. So Don, a second later, used the word discombobulating. The guy leaned over and says, the guy says, no, it's D'Antonio Coluccio. Don had already moved on from that, but the guy didn't realize it.
Hey, listen, the first time I've ever heard, somebody said something bad about Don. He did an interview in the media, and he said this is character assassination. You know, this is a travesty. You know, to have someone scandalizing and dismercifying my good character. I never heard scandalizing and dismercifying my good character. I was what, 15 years old? I was like, damn, I ain't never heard of that before. It sounds good. I wrote it down, and my cousin, I got a cousin, that's his famous line, right? Yeah, you trying to scandalize my character, dismercify my good name. And I heard Don King say that, and it was like, man, listen, bro, that dude could talk. He could be in the jaws of a lion, getting ready to be eaten and devoured, and he can talk himself out of that situation. He can talk to convince the lion not to eat him and just let him live to see another day.
Okay, I'll tell you a funny Don King story with me. So this is going back years ago. I don't know, maybe 2005, 6, 7. I don't even remember what year.
Yeah.
And I'm invited to a holiday party at his house. It was the week in between Christmas and New Year's. You know, that week there. And he had a beautiful holiday party, and he had this big, huge table of shrimp and oysters and crab legs and stuff. I'm literally standing over the table like eating. I didn't want to go away, you know. And one of those things, I just didn't want to get too far away from the food. He says, "Hey Rick, keep eating, but step back about 20 feet. Well, yeah, it'll make room for others."
Boy, I gotta get boy. Listen, man, look here, man. Boy, that was one of the people I always said I wanted to meet. Don King, boy, only in America, man. I mean, the man got the gift of gab, man, and I love that.
One time we're sitting in me and Don are sitting in first class. We're going somewhere. I can't even remember. We're leaving Florida, and I'm sitting on the aisle seat. I mean, the passenger seat. The window seat, and Don's sitting next to me, and across the aisle, the woman goes like this, you know, the praying. The star.
Yeah.
Don goes, "Listen, if that plane goes down, that ain't helping."
You know what I mean? Hey, that doggone man, bro. You know, let me know if you can answer this or not. You know, was Don Mafia connected?
No, that was all bullshit. You know, when you go to certain cities like New York or Atlantic City, and those guys want tickets, yeah, you give them tickets, but he wasn't connected to the mafia, no. But those guys call up and say, "Hey, this is Guido Sarducci. You know, we need 20 ringside tickets."
Yeah.
And Don will get the picture and say, "Okay, you know, and I'll have 20 ringside tickets for you," and that's how it works. Everybody does that. I mean, there's no promoter that doesn't do that. Okay, that's just it's respect, you know. So, but these not mafia connected. No.
Did Bob Arum and Don, did they really like hate each other, or it was just like
it was a love-hate relationship? One day they were kissing, one day they were hating each other.
You know,
one day they're suing each other. One day they're making a deal. One time they were trying to make a deal. They still had a lawsuit going on. And Bob had sued Don, and Bob says, Don says, "You want me to make this deal with you? You got me in court. You're suing me." Hey, this is two. Don goes, "This is two. Bob goes, "This is two separate transactions. That's not confusing the two."
Oh, we suing each other. But look here, baby boy, we got to put that on the back burner. That ain't got nothing to do with business. What's going on right here?
He said, "This is two separate deals, two separate transactions. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that another day."
Hey, was this true? Was this true about when Don King made the Muhammad Ali and George Foreman fight? Was this true that he ran down on George Foreman at the airport and got George to sign a blank contract and said we'll fill in the details later?
That's not true. That's not true. But I will tell you a funny story about Bob. One time I'm at a press conference.
I'm talking about Don King.
No, that's not a true story. One time I'm with Bob Arum, with the whole crew, not with Bob, but their whole crew. We're having lunch in Vegas, and we're having lunch in Vegas at some restaurant. And it was like, I don't know, like 12 of us, but Bob was there. And he says, Don calls me, he says, "What are you doing?" I says, I'm actually having lunch with Bob Arum. He goes, Lonesome Bob. That's what he calls him. I go, he doesn't look so lonesome right now. He's got 12 people around him. They're all smiling at him.
Man, I say this time and time again. I say that Don King and Bob Arum, in my opinion, were from a boxing fan standpoint, they were the best things that happened in boxing. I think they really made each other great promoters because they gave us the fights.
They were great. They were truly great. Bob still isn't. Don let the years get to him more than Bob, but they're great promoters. These guys don't know how to promote today. They think they do. That's all there is. Let me ask you a question. Everybody wants to listen to Bob Arum and Don King at a press conference. Who wants to listen to these other pukes? Nobody wants to listen to them. It's just the way it is. Those guys are iconic. Yeah, man. I mean, I would love. The thing is, I kind of like. I love Don King, man. I talk trash about him, but I say, man, you know what, man, I miss Don. Because I was sitting there thinking one day, right? And I was like, man, it just, I'm 48, and I'm like, man, it seemed like it changed so much from the time I remember watching boxing from the late 70s all the way up to now. And I'm like, man, well, I wonder what changed. Why is it so different now? And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I say Don King and Bob Arum, even though Bob is still around, but you don't have a Don King opposite of Bob Arum. I mean, the King is not really on promoting like that anymore, but I'm saying that's what you don't have. You have an Eddie Hearn. Of course, Frank Warren and Bob Arum do business together. Al Heyman, we don't know where he at. He don't even talk. No one know what he really looks like. So I just don't. Half the people that think they know who Al Heyman is, that they see Sam Watson in the ring, they think that's Al Heyman. Yeah. It's unbelievable. So, hey Rick, man, can I ask you a question? Go ahead. When I first came on the show, exactly 1 hour ago, you said, I got a couple questions for you, just a few minutes time today. Somehow we creep it up on an hour and you're still talking. Yeah. And I'm still listening. Yeah, you know how it is, man. I ain't want to have you too long, man, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Hey, shout out to Halim, man. Hey, $20. My main man. He said, Rick, when you come into the UK, Cooper, he said, what did he say? A cup of tea. Be ready for you. 10% code. He always talk about 10%, boy. Halim, you always want that 10%, boy. I give you that. He screamed 10%. I think Rick, you want your money up front, or you want it on the back end? I want it up front. There's no back end. Listen. Real quick. I'll tell you a funny story about 10%. The guy, a fighter, says to me one time, "How come you only want 10%?" This is when this is back in the 90s. I represented him as his agent, and a well-known fighter. How come you only want 10%? I was paying the last guy 15. I says, if you could tell me how much smarter I can be for 5% more, then I'll charge you the 15%. We said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you think I could be any smarter? He says, no, you can't be. I said, then why would I charge you 15% and take advantage of you? Yeah. So there you go. All right. Hey, but Rick, man, thank you for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate you, man. Salute. Merry Christmas to everybody who's celebrating Christmas. And if you're not celebrating Christmas, happy holidays. And I know you're going to have me on next week before New Year's. So absolutely. I'm not going to wish anybody Happy New Year yet. All right. Salute to Rick Glazer, man. On sign out, man. Salute. You back on Twitter? Thanks. No, they still got me. Twitter still got me. I don't know what they call it, suspended or on hold or freezed out or frozen out or what, but they keep. I appealed the case, and that was 6 days ago, and they're still jerking me off. But it's all right. You got to get an attorney, man. You got to get a Twitter attorney. Yeah, I'm going to get an attorney, I think. All right. So salute to Rick Glazer, man. Salute. Shout out to Slick Rick, man. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Hey, he was right though. I said we were gonna talk for about a couple of minutes, and man, we did a whole hour. Rick right about that. Rick, I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that, there, man. We supposed to, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, damn, I just thought about that, there, man. Damn. Anyways, what do we left off at? As a matter of fact, just in case, we need 300 likes, man. We need 60 more likes. We need 60 more likes, and just in case, you got the meter maid, Drew Titan. I know you're over here watching. You boyfriend. I call BFTB boyfriend. Meter maid, Drew Titan, boyfriend.
This is for you, Sap Sup.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
On the first day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 1 trill wheel, 2 BFTBs, and a Drew Titan writing tickets. Oh, Meter Maid writing ass nigga. You know, ticket right. That's a whole nigga. Coach Malachi, he came to New York. Goddamn, he Paul. Oh, he paid. Boy, he paid. Oh, my Lord, I can't believe he been here 20 minutes. Oh, this going to be $1,000 ticket right here. I'm going to write this motherfucker around. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I can't believe this. I don't believe he tried me in my city. You know what I mean? You know, on the second day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 2 threatening emails, 4 ugly Titans, and a chat full of gun emojis. Sign the contract. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Take whatever we give you. And you know what's so crazy about that, though, man? You know what's so crazy about that? The Wakandas take anything. Them aerosexuals, hey, shout out to World Comeback Sports. Them aerosexuals, they take anything that Errol Spence said, just run with it. You know, they ain't original. Whatever Errol Spence said, they take it and run with it. The man said, oh, man, I was just playing, man. I ain't, man. Who said that? When I said that? Oh, hold on, man. Hold on. Wait, when I said that?
I know you once said, hey, look, if we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. Was that?
Man, I was. When I said
posturing or what was that?
When did I say that?
You know, that was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram.
Yeah.
What's called? But I was playing. Hey, man, nobody taking no 80-20, 70-30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like, yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20. Yeah. But yeah, I was playing. Like I wasn't serious about that, man. Like people can't take jokes.
Oh, man, I was just playing, man. Man, I was just playing, man. I ain't, man. Hey, Coach, man, when I told you I was going to pull up on you, man, with them gun emojis, man, I was just playing, man. Hey, listen, whole ass Officer Drew Titan, Meter Maid right now, nigga. What did you say again, sir? Oh, man, I was just playing. Hey, man, 70-30, 80-26, 40. Man, I was just playing, man. You know, when I wrote that ticket on your car, man, $500 ticket, man. I was just playing, man. I ain't know, when I said I wanted to pull up on blood boxing and World Combat Sport, I want to fight. Man, I was just playing, man. I ain't know, you know what I mean? Y'all can't take no jokes. Man, sit your Meter Maid ticket right now down some goddamn well. True. Boy, hush. Boy, hush. Hey, anyway, let's go over here to Tank Davis, man. My main man, Tank Davis, man. Let's go to Tank Davis, man. You know, boy, I am a Wakanda nigga.
Fuck with your soul and ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
Boy, I do not play.
Yo, I will break my leg off, up in your ass so far that you be shitting sneaker for a month.
Really though?
I'm a karate man, all right? Karate man bruise on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Nigga, you know, I'm type of nigga that come to your house and take your cornbread.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
Boy, my God, the 38 hot, boy. They 38. They mad at Coach. Yeah, they mad at Coach. They mad at Coach. Boy, they 38 hot, boy. Boy, they 38 hot, boy. I told you, listen, man, check this out. I got something to tell y'all. Now, I don't want nobody to get mad at me. Right? But I want somebody to reach out to Jabba the Hutt. Let Jabba, because they've been trying to recruit me to come be a part of the Alphabet Boy community, right? So, you know, in the NBA and the NFL, you know, you trade players. You may have like a 3-team trade. Like one team they look at a player that's so valuable that they're willing to trade 3 of their sorry, garbage, trash can players in order to get that one guy that they want. So now, sources say, I don't know how true this is now, but sources say, word through the grapevine. I heard this from a little birdie. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that Jabba the Hutt is looking to recruit me to the Alphabet Boy community. Now, if I was to come to the Alphabet Boy community, it'd have to come with some stipulations. Stipulations 1, you got three garbage can ass niggas that got to go, period. If you want me to come to the Alphabet Boy community, because I am an asset, not a liability, right? Listen, you gotta remove the meter maid. You know, you got to remove boyfriend, aka BFTB. You got to get rid of boyfriend. You got to get rid of that broke ass gremlin that you got over there named Trill Will. You got to get rid of the ugly gremlin. Boy, that's one of the ugly niggas I've ever seen in my life. Him and doggone and what did the ticket writing do? What the ticket writing to do to write tickets in New York? That nigga that do time. You got to get rid of them. If you want me to come to the Alphabet Boy community, right? You got to get rid of boyfriend, the gremlin, and you gotta get rid of Officer Jutai. You get rid of them three, I'll come over there right now.
True.
I'll come over there right now, shake it up a little bit. You know, because I probably have a higher IQ than any one of y'all over there. Because y'all is some slow, dumb motherfuckers. I ain't like y'all some of the lowest IQ people I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking about your subscribers. But I'll come over there, shake things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Bring that flavor, that swag over there. You know, some of that stuff that you need. Some of that Mojo Jojo. some of that Mojo Jojo. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to what did he say? He said, yo, Willie the Munchkin. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into this though. Let's get into this. Tank Davis said, I want to share this with you guys, what Tank Davis said. Tank Davis said something of the sort like this here. Tank was talking about, he said, today's fighters, they hoes. Gervonta Davis pays homage to Tyson, Leonard, Ali, and more legends. So now, a lot of people feel this way. Hold on, let me play it. A lot of people feel this way what Tank is talking about. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel this way. Hold on. Let's see what he's talking about right here. Shout out to Fight Hype. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Drop the Addy. I'm gonna pull up. I got shooters. You better not come to the fight. All of those, if you said all of those things to me, and I don't think nobody on YouTube get and the YTBC gets threatened more than me. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. It does come with the territory. We ain't worried about nothing. But let's continue. Let's go.
Hired fighters and maybe that went broke after boxing, and maybe that inspired you as well. Like,
nah, I didn't really talk to him, but I learned from people's mistakes, and maybe I need to start talking to him. Talk to them for sure.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I like this Tank Davis. You know, I've been one of Tank Davis's biggest critics. I felt like he ain't been fighting nobody. I felt like that he been in the Mayweather Witness Protection Program. I've been one of his biggest critics. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think highly of Tank Davis. I think highly of him. And I feel like that he can beat probably damn near any guy at 135. And if he can, I think he would give them the best fight at 135. So I want to see him fight these top guys. But now it seems like that he's trending towards that way. Now, whether he get these fights or not, that has yet to be seen. Because we know he don't make his own fights. That has yet to be seen, right? But I say all that to say this. I liked him doing more interviews, talking more. Because I always say that if he talks more, he'll get more practice doing interviews, get more comfortable, and then you'll be able to flow, have fluidity with your conversations when you're answering questions and stuff like that. So the more you talk, do interviews, you know what I mean? The more comfortable you'll be. And I think Tank need to get out of Mayweather promotion shadows. You know what I mean? Because Floyd, every fighter eventually leaves their promoter, right? And so Tank ain't doing nothing no different than what Floyd did. Floyd left Bob Bam, Oscar left Bob Bam, people left Don King, people left the PBC, Daniel Jacobs and stuff like that, Mikey Garcia. So you work with them on a fight by fight basis or what they can do for you, and then once you get old enough to spread your wings, get the wind under the wings, then you can turn around and, you know what I mean, blossom and do what you need to do. But let's go.
That's definitely probably something I'm definitely willing to do, to talk to some of the, not even people that went broke, but just people like legend spirit, like a Sugar Ray Leonard, Holyfield.
Yeah.
What's the other guy name? The heavyweight with the grill.
Oh, George Foreman.
Yeah, definitely need to talk to them. Even Mike Tyson. I suppose Ben talked to Mike Tyson. I didn't get the chance to. I think his schedule is busy.
We got to get him on Hey, we gotta get Tank. You gotta get Tank on the boxing with hot boxing with Mike Tyson, hot boxing with Mike, hot boxing with Tyson podcast. We gotta get him on that. We gotta get him on that.
Need to talk to them and actually like get game from them so I can give it to the people that's coming on after me. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something I need to do. Like,
you're here training at the world famous Fifth Street Gym. You mentioned these legends. How does it feel to be a part of that class that works out and trains here at this historic gym?
People, who trains?
You are.
Oh, I'm Chad. Ali trained there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he said Ali trained at the gym. Okay, hold on. Oh, Ali, so you got a little. Hold on. You know, I'll get excited when I hear Ali, I get excited. Hey, shout out to Strategy. Strategy, what's going on, fam? Salute to you, brother.
For real? I didn't know that. That's fine. Damn, I need to start training.
Yeah, I did all his camps here.
You did all his camps here?
Yeah, not at this location because this is a new location, but like the same brand, the same gym, Fifth Street Gym. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That is something right there, right?
Yeah. Him and Angelo Dundee. They used to train in Miami.
Yeah, they trained in Miami. Yeah. I knew that. I ain't know. Tank ain't know that. Yeah. Him and Angelo Dundee trained in Miami. Yeah.
He trained with Sugar. He trained Leonard. Sugar and Leonard.
Sugar and Leonard? Fire. That's fire. Damn, I ain't know that.
There you go.
History right there. Maybe I need to come back here.
Yeah.
Come back to Miami, Tank.
The sign is right back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, last question. Yeah. Last question. Yeah, I need to come back. I need to come here. I'll be back. For sure. I supported for Muhammad Ali jacket. I ain't never get to buy his jacket or something. That shit was like $20,000. I want to put it in my house though. Yeah, that's fine though.
You got a favorite Muhammad Ali fight?
Favorite.
Hey, what you say, fam? You say Coach Ford said it's about money, no belts. That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy because you can't get to the money unless you get the belts. Tank is an anomaly. Like him and Ryan yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy because that's dumb as hell. And Calvin Ford is an older guy. He know better. With the belt come more money. He know better. But this is the problem. You got a lot of these old school dudes right now. They rank in the game too with their mentalities and stuff that they're saying and yada 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 yada. Because every fighter is not in that situation. Like Ryan Garcia, he's never fought for a title in his entire career. And when he had an opportunity to fight for a title, he refused it because he got Instagram followers and he got endorsements and stuff like that. But it's crazy. Like these fighters today, man, they got the game messed up. These fighters today, they got the game messed up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Like I told, like they want to look at a person like me like I got 9 heads. Boy, hush.
I ain't gonna lie. I mess with Muhammad Ali as a person than I did as a fighter. I never really watched none of Muhammad Ali fights, but I like what he stood for.
Damn, he said he never watched any of Muhammad Ali fights? Are you serious? Lord.
Like for the people type stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. Muhammad Ali for that.
There's some great fights, man. You gotta watch some of them.
Yeah. I probably.
George Foreman. Watch the George Foreman fight.
George Foreman.
Yeah.
Him,
Ali
versus George Foreman.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, fighters, they was tougher than today's fighters. Today's fighters, they hold now.
I listen. You heard what Tank said? He said back in the day. Now, what do I be saying over here? Man, that's 2 things Tank said that I be saying over here. You gotta, if you're a top guy, you King Kong, you better be fighting Godzilla. The top fighters gotta fight each other, especially if you're saying these guys are elite fighters. And elite fighters need to fight the other elite fighters. That makes it an even playing field. But what he said back in the day, those fighters was tougher. Today, these fighters is whole. Isn't that what we be saying over here, man? True. Isn't that what I be saying over here, man? I be saying that same thing. I be like, man, dog, look here, man. Man, these dudes today, boy, belts don't matter. listen, you on the wrong side of the street. 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20. And then when the dude agrees, well, you got to get a belt. You got to fight somebody. Okay, you did that. Okay, what does he got to do? Oh, you got to know how to do. You know how to do the butterfly? Yeah, he know how to do the butterfly. Do you know how to do the Tootsie Roll? Yeah, he know how to do the Tootsie Roll. You know how to do the Cabbage Patch? Okay, yeah, he know how to do the Cabbage Patch. What you say, WCS? You said Ryan Garcia takes full credit for that WBC intern world lightweight title with Luke Campbell. Man, that ain't no real belt. Listen, that's the setup to the real belt. Yeah, that man won a Buddha Dean belt. He won a Buddha Dean belt. Now, listen, bro, these fighters today, this what be killing me, dog. Hey, world, come back. This what be killing me. These dudes today, they be capping so hard like they Matilda Gorilla. I'm like, dog, you dudes, you tell niggas they got to get COVID shots. They got to know how to do the electric slide. They got to know how to do the bus stop. They got to know how to do the baseball bat. You got to be, bro, all this duck language, bro. All this duck language. And what I don't like about the fans in boxing today, the fans in boxing today online, they justify the duckery. True. The fans today, they justify the duckery. The fans today, they believe in putting their fighters in witness protection program. 1 minute you're telling me he'll kill her. The next minute, when somebody like Boots' name get mentioned, oh man, well, he ain't fought nobody. He don't deserve a shot at the title. This and that. But wait a minute, you just said that he deserved to be fighting this other dude, and you said the other dude from Omaha, Nebraska was the mandatory, so you said he need to make that fight happen ASAP, but then when you find out that same fighter that you bragging on is on your fighter's bumper to fight him for his belt, then y'all switch it up. Oh man, that's different. Oh, wait a minute. And I tell you guys, if these Wakandas, if y'all did not have a double standard, you would not have a standard at all. True. They go, listen, they got double standards, they go to niggas planning. I'm like, bro, come on, man. I'm like, well, wait a minute, hold on, but you just said something totally different just about 5 minutes ago when it came to Crawford. Why you switched up like that? Oh man, but that's different. We selling out Dallas Stadium. No, you ain't know Dallas Stadium hold like 80,000. You ain't the person who sold the stadium out from a boxing standpoint was Canelo Alvarez. Oh, we the big fish. What do you mean we, sir? Well, we got 3 belts. We did the heavy lifting. But you said something totally different when Anthony Joshua had 3 belts. You didn't say he did the heavy lifting. 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20. Sign the contract. Take whatever we give you. You do know that Errol Spence said that he was joking, right? So sign the contract. So sign the contract anyways. You can't make this up,
We're
man.
the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello.
Man, like these dudes here, man, bro, like I don't get it, dog. I don't get it. When you got fans on what it is, it ain't fans, it's fanboys. When you have fanboys on online, they capping so hard. They like, yeah, man. They believe in putting their fighters in the witness protection program. They want to see their fighters have easy fights. Don't you get what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, dog. I remember Clubber Lane told Rocky Balboa, he say, getting out while you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. You know what I mean? Fight me next, Balboa. You're living real good, huh, Balboa? Give me a chance. Creed gave you a chance. Give me a chance. You know what I mean? But you don't want to fight a real man. You want to fight them setups. He told me you want to fight them setups. Some of these dudes be fighting setups, man. You want to fight them setups. Give me a shot. Yeah, I tell you what, Balboa. Give me a shot. I'll fight that sucker anytime, any place, anywhere, for free, for nothing. He said he'll fight it for nothing. True. Certain fighters get avoided like the Boo Body Plague. I want to say a prayer for
I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
So to the Alphabet Boy community, sir, and the Wakandas, and the heterosexuals, guess what? Christmas is in 2 days. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. I have a present for you guys. Ho, ho, ho. To the meter maid. That whole ass nigga, Officer Drew Titan. Nigga, you write tickets for a living. Sit your ass down somewhere, boy. Now, on the first day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 1 trill wheel, 2 BFTBs, and a Drew Titan writing tickets. On the second day of Christmas, Wakanda gave to me 2 threatening emails, 4 ugly Titans, and a chat full of gun emojis. It is what it is. Man, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. We ain't even playing with it over here, man.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Wakanda, don't you ever forget what I did for you today.
Don't ever forget. When I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Don't you ever mention my name in your live again, sucker. I still ain't seen your video, but don't you ever mention my name. Nigga, I will roast you from here to eternity. This is what I do. I body bag boxing communities. Don't you ever say my name ever again in life, nigga. Never. You feel me? It is what it is, man. I do not play, boy. I do not. I don't even play, nigga. Wakanda, bring your ass over here, nigga. This is what I'm gonna do to you. Oh, Lord, him. Oh, I just kicked Wakanda in the face. Oh, hit him in the stomach. Oh, Lord. Kick him, slap him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him again. Oh, Lord, I'm beating Wakanda ass. What you gonna do, Wakanda? You want some more? Oh, Lord, hammers. Go up on him. Bam. Catch him in the neck. Ah, Lord, Wakanda is dead. Just in case y'all must have forgot. Get him, get him. Pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna knock one of you Wakanda niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want a hole of smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your back up, nigga. I got your back up. Nigga, watch that check left hook, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. No L's in 2023. We do not take L's. True Media Today, USA Boxing, we do not take L's. Believe
Put your soul in ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
The Tooth Fairy can get it too.
I don't understand why you're even mad. Like, you should be happy that the Tooth Fairy
gave me $2.
Okay, so that's $2. What did you want?
$5 because my top tooth was worth way more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I hate the Tooth Fairy. She's an idiot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I told you niggas better come together and form Voltron. I am a problem out here on these YouTube streets. I'm too talented for you guys, too high IQ, I'm too smart. It's just too much, man. I'm just a handful, Y'all niggas better collectivize. Officer Drew Titan, you boyfriend, and what is Ugmo? What the other nigga name? Ugly Wheel or whatever the case may be, the Gremlin. Y'all, you three niggas better come together, collectivize, boy. Because guess what, boy? I am nothing to play with.
I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
And it is what it is, man. And shout out, you know what? Let's go out with the Jackson 5. Y'all remember the Jackson 5 in the 70s? You know what I mean? I'm gonna just say this here, man. I'll be there. I'll be there. Yes, sir. Just call me Wakanda. I'll be there. And the hell with your low IQ ass subscribers. They come over here and watch me every day. They give me their watch time hours. I manipulate their dumb asses. And guess what? When I go live at 3 o'clock tomorrow, guess what? They will be here again. Really though.
I will break my leg off up in your ass so far that you'll be shitting sneaker for a month.
I love talking shit to y'all. I love it. Shout out to True Grit. Hey, okay. Put up another half of bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yes, sir. We have the hottest boxing daytime podcast in the YTBC, hands down. Hands down. It's really though. True, true, true. True Media Today, USA Boxing. Shout out to my brother True Grit. He say salute to the big boss of the boxing talk. He say one love, coach. Yes, sir, one love to you, fam. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Happy holidays. True Media Today, USA family. Yes, sir, happy holidays, man. Let's go ahead and hit my dog off right quick, man. My brother True Grit, man. True Grit was the one who introduced me. That brother right there, True Grit, was the one that introduced me to Terence Crawford. Salute to my brother.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I got a whole lot of more. My cup is running over, brother. I have a whole lot of more. I do not play, man. Shout out to my dog, Booger Ray, and we're going to make it do what it do.
Sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out of him in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucking hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
Ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
Hey, man, happy G-Day, man. Happy G-Day to my sister Fiona, too. Duval County, she's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn as well. So Capricorn season is here, man. We are in Capricorn season. Shout out to Lisa Bells, John B. Poetic, Marta King Boxing, Lil Green Eyes P, True Grit 402. Shout out to Rick Glazier, who was on as well. Shout out to Freeway. Shout out to my main man, Freeway Ricky Ross. You know, True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are the official podcast network to Team Freeway Boxing. Yes, you heard that right. We are the official podcast network to Team Freeway Boxing. It is what it is. Next year, we're going to be doing a lot of traveling, going to different cities, doing a lot of interviews. We're going to make it do what it do. Shout out to Jaime Rivera. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P, X Strategy, Haleen. Shout out to everybody I may have forgotten. Shout out to Food Revolution. Bless 365, you know what I mean? All of Wakandans who hate my guts, but they love watching me every goddamn day. And you know what? Because you came at the right goddamn time. Other than that, that's it. This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams signing out. No, sorry, I said new. True Media Today, USA Boxing. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Christmas Eve. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.